The end of Lil Baby is near, as DJ Akademiks reported the 4PF rapper is being targeted for RICO charges. 1 week before the Atlanta DA started targeting Lil Baby for RICO, reporters caught up with him outside of an airport.
How you doing, Lil Baby? Lil Baby. Lil Baby, how's Young Thug doing? I know all the circumstances. Just want to see how they holding up good? Sure. All right. Love what you're doing, man.
Now, shortly after that reporter video, there was paperwork leaked in the Atlanta DA's office revealing very concerning information on 4PF and Lil Baby. As reported by DJ Akademiks himself, Lil Baby as well as members of 4PF are next on the Atlanta DA's RICO list. Very similar to how YSL and Young Thug were raided and arrested for RICO, Lil Baby is now next on the list, as this was broadcasted to live news.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There are going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
Now, after this video was broadcasted on the news, it didn't take long for Lil Baby's reaction to be posted to social media, as Lil Baby tweeted, "I'm trying to start an investment group for the young millionaires. We can run the world if we play it right." As someone replied, "Man, you better be looking out for that RICO that everybody keep talking about." With Lil Baby replying saying, "Only God can judge me." Now, shortly after that interview was done on live news, the paperwork was released revealing the next rap group to be targeted by the Atlanta DA, known as Fani Willis. Fani Willis revealed 2 rap groups that will be next, making many people believe that Young Thug and some of the 28 members arrested within YSL ratted on Lil Baby, which isn't even a theory, as it has now been confirmed that members of YSL created proffer deals with the prosecutors, giving them information on Young Thug and those he's connected with in exchange for a lesser prison sentence for themselves, as Young Thug and Lil Baby have had ties with each other for many years. Now, Lil Baby started to get targeted by Fani Willis after this court hearing was over.
He's the one directing traffic. He is the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's king slime. He is the most dangerous of the 28, Judge. And I implore you not to grant him a bond. He is dangerous. If he gets a burner, Judge, and the court may know this, a lot of the communications that Mr. Williams is on FaceTime, because it's not traceable, it's not trackable. Judge, I will also say that we have taken proffers from fellow from Mr. Williams. Some are on this indictment, some are not. They have stated uniformly that Mr. Williams is dangerous. They are afraid of him, that if they cross him, he will them and their family. And they were very clear about that.
Concerns that this court has is danger to persons and to intimidate other witnesses and obstruct the administration of justice. So and for those reasons in the aggregate, I'm going to deny bond at this time.
Now, during that court hearing, prosecutors revealed a few members of the 28 arrested created proffer deals, giving them even more evidence and information on Young Thug. But ever since the snitching in the YSL case, 4PF then hit the Atlanta DA's radar, making many believe that members of YSL are snitching that do work in 4PF as well. Now, prosecutors allegedly had an entire layout of the 4PF and YSL operation, with Lil Baby being the leader of 4PF, Young Thug being the leader of YSL, alongside Gunna having a command role in each team. Very interesting theory when you remember these 3 are best friends and have been for many years. The Atlanta DA and prosecutors then laid out 3 reasons why Young Thug, Gunna, and Lil Baby will never be released on bail once Lil Baby is arrested. The first reason is how Young Thug runs his operation, as prosecutors believe the other 2 rappers also do very similar things in their own teams. firearms. Now, during the court hearing, it was revealed by YSL members that snitched how Young Thug runs everything. Young Thug would often purchase used iPhones that would then be used as, quote, burner phones. Once joining YSL and getting the respect as well as trust in you, you will be then given 1 or 2 of these burner iPhones. On these phones, there is only the app FaceTime, as it's been completely wiped clean other than a VPN and FaceTime. When Young Thug needs his job done, whether it's street related, narcotic related, anything along the lines of that, he would then use these phones to FaceTime you and then tell you what needs to be done, whether it's even going after rival street members. When using FaceTime, it's impossible for law enforcement and cell phone providers to tap the phones and listen in on phone calls, as FaceTime is often used by street members as there's no trace of what is said in calls anywhere. Members that snitched also mentioned how dangerous Young Thug is. If you cross him, he will get you and your family, which is not something to be taken lightly, as the next reason why prosecutors reveal Young Thug, Gunna, and Baby never receiving bond is during the YSL mansion raid where Young Thug lives, there was GTA-type firearms found within the household. As a new evidence report came out and it states, in the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Durk, Yak Gotti, and Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, with the offense and possession of a firearm. For the said accused, in the state of Georgia and county of Fulton, on the 9th day of May 2022, did unlawfully possess a firearm with a converter switch and extended mag. Now, what is known as a switch in many rappers' lyrics nowadays is a mod that you can attach to a single fire firearm to make it a full auto. In the United States, it's highly illegal, and Lil Baby, Young Thug, and Gunna are being targeted for this as they mention a switchy or switch in most of their lyrics. These types of firearms, law enforcement don't even know how they would have gotten them. They actually use this to their advantage in the courtroom at the latest Young Thug bond hearing, telling the judge, you cannot allow Young Thug, the leader of YSL, to return back to his mansion where these types of items were found. And the next and last reason why Young Thug will never be released on bond, which is now making law enforcement nervous about arresting Lil Baby, is that even with Young Thug arrested and currently sitting in jail, the other members within YSL that aren't currently arrested are out committing crimes that actually affect the YSL case. As No Jumper reported on Twitter, a YSL member was caught on an illegal cell phone trying to get someone on the outside to destroy evidence in the Young Thug case. As Lil Baby is still not currently arrested yet, his time is coming, as on Monday, May 23rd, his best friend Gunna was denied bond once again after prosecutors claimed in court that he holds a command role among YSL. Gunna appeared in court in Fulton County for a bond hearing. During the hearing, prosecutors spelled out why the rapper should remain behind bars until the trial. Prosecutors paint him as a key member in the YSL organization. The judge ultimately agreed, and Gunna's trial date was reportedly set for next year. As journalist Jewel Wicker was present during the hearing and reported on the event via Twitter, stating, a judge denied bond for Gunna, set his trial date for January 9th, 2023. She posted, prosecutors allege that YSL is a street team, not just a record label. They also allege that Gunna serves a command role. In a follow-up tweet, she added, prosecutors said that Gunna is a documented team member and that he and Williams direct their troops to commit acts. The judge said his biggest concern was witness tampering. Gunna's attorney can file a renewed motion for bond at a later date. Now, if Young Thug's group YSL is found guilty of the alleged 50 passings, Young Thug will be serving life inside of prison. If Gunna has things to do with any of those 50 passings, he will most likely also be facing a long, hefty prison sentence as well. This is where Lil Baby is now brought in as the third best friend in the group from Atlanta. Prosecutors want to know how much Lil Baby was involved, and allegedly the prosecutors already have so much evidence, which will sadly be the end of Lil Baby.